Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today we're going to be looking at the 2020 electoral map if Donald Trump's approval rating is 55%. So obviously that would be an all-time high for the president and a very, very good standing for a re-election bid. Remember, Barack Obama did not win re-election with a 55% approval rating, but he was pretty much approved nationwide. So it would have good news for the president in terms of recent history. But right now, I haven't decided on a Democratic candidate. I discussed that in my other video. If you want to go check it out, if the 2020 electoral map, if Donald Trump is a 40% approval rating, so I will be going up by 5s and down by 5s every single day. So we're at 40%, and Donald Trump right now in this video has a 55% approval rating. So the last map had Trump at 326 electoral votes and the Democrats at 212. And the map to look very red. We're going to go through this map and we're going to see still the same amounts of red, but obviously some states are going to be a little bit more towards the GOP. I'm going to start off with all the safe states for the GOP in this type of prediction. The 2nd district in Nebraska is not safe, mainly for a couple reasons, but Texas is actually, this is the first time Texas, Indiana, Missouri, South Carolina are now being put in the safe GOP column. Texas looks a little bit weird being in the safe column, but for right now, actually, Texas actually could nudge over 10% into the safe column for the GOP. But for right now, we can start filling in a number of safe states for the Democrats. And to be completely honest with you, there aren't that many, but there are still a couple. Massachusetts, Vermont, and pretty much that's it. We have finished all of the safe states for the Democrats, and now we can start moving into the likely states. So let's go ahead and pull up our color picker, and let's go ahead and choose the likely states for the Democrats. So New Jersey is still a likely state, along with Delaware and the state of Connecticut. These three states are still likely for the Democrats, but still going in their column. So obviously, still helping them out. The 1st district over in Maine is a likely Democratic district, and then we look at the rest of the map. Washington becomes a likely along with Oregon, which puts 44 electoral votes in the likely column for the Democrats. In terms of the likely column for the GOP, Georgia and Arizona are now likely states for the GOP, which definitely helps them out a little bit. Going over to Ohio and Iowa, still likely states for Donald Trump. New Mexico becomes a swing state, but actually a leaning Democratic state. Virginia as well, a leaning Democratic state. North Carolina becomes a state that goes to Donald Trump, and surprisingly, this is a big one, Florida goes into the likely GOP column, and that's only because of the president's approval rating at this point in time at 43% nationwide, but still approved +4 in Florida. If it skyrockets to 55%, that would be very, very good for the president at this point in time. Right now, we look at the numbers: 201 for the Democrats and 258 for Donald Trump. So Nevada still goes into the leaning GOP column, along with Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and at this point in time, Donald Trump has been reelected. But we aren't fully done there yet. The 2nd district, of course, is a safe district for Donald Trump, but Maine at large for the first time is now leaning in the favor of the GOP. New Hampshire is now leaning for the GOP for Donald Trump, along with Minnesota, and then Nebraska's 2nd district, which is going into the likely column. So one final state to call, and that is the state of Colorado. But before I do call it, I know I'm going to see a couple of comments asking why in the Democratic videos I have some states as toss-ups, and then in the Trump videos they've all been called, mainly because if Trump is able to carry this. I mean, he was the last president elected in 2016. He's still, if he holds onto these approval ratings, can hold on to this base, which means that a lot of these states are probably going to vote the same exact way. Minnesota, I probably should have labeled as a pure toss-up in some other type of videos. However, in 45%, it is expected. In 40%, not so much. It's actually supposed to be leaning towards the Democrats for a 55% approval rating. I'm comfortable characterizing a number of these races, and I honestly don't think Colorado would be a toss-up. In fact, I think that it could be leaning for Donald Trump. So it will be a toss-up, but I don't mean it can't call it a dead heat type thing. So that puts Trump at 337 electoral votes. Obviously, this electoral map definitely helps him out a lot, and that puts the Democrats still over 200 at 201 electoral votes. At this point in time, the Democrats obviously down from where they were before at 212, and Trump up from 326 to 337 by 11 electoral votes. Of course, the Democrats down by 11 electoral votes. Overall, the map definitely benefits the president. Look at the Rust Belt, look in the South, down across the Sun Belt. Donald Trump gaining back states he didn't even carry back in 2016. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and also comment down percentage points you want me to do in terms of approval for the president. Thank you guys for watching this video again, and I'll see you all tomorrow.